So here we are. Look at all these Japanese books, mostly kanji for the kanken over here. And on the other side, we have all the Eiken books, all for the English tests. Here, look at this. So here's the younger ones from Eiken Junior. There's the Eiken Junior Silver that we had. And here's Eiken Junior Gold. Alright, what do we got over here? Oh, here's the math tests. Let's take a look at what they actually have here. They look pretty tough. I don't think I would be able to do them, at least not without a lot of studying first. Yeah, it's too quick for me. Let's see. Okay, let's go down to the pre-2. So what's pre-2? The beginning of high? No, the end of middle school, I think. Okay, honestly, even this, there's a lot of stuff I don't even remember learning. Probably need to study hard for that too. Okay, let's go down another few levels. Take a look. Alright, level 4. There we go. Okay, this I could probably do, I think. It actually looks kinda tough. Might be a good idea to study if I were to take this one. But let's see what level. Okay, that is the second year of middle school. Okay, I'm cooked. So I ended up buying 3 new books this time. One, although we have not passed the level 10 in the Mathematics Certification Institute of Japan for Arithmetic, I thought that we're pretty close, so I should get the level 9 and just take a quick look and see like what it's about. And you'll see here we have division, fractions. The fractions, I've just taken a quick look. It looks like they are equal at the bottom, so they're both divisible by the same number, so very easy fractions. And then decimal points are all new in this one, and the multiplication is much larger than the level 10, so you actually have to know how to multiply things and not just memorize the times tables this time. So yeah, 6 to 10, this is mostly new stuff here. For it would be grade 3 mathematics. So I had my son take a quick look. He doesn't really know division yet. I don't think he can do big multiplications like this yet. This at the bottom here, the fractions, I explained that, it's just in this case anyway, it would be just like adding or subtracting the top numbers, and how you write it is all that's important. And I think he understood. The decimal points he already seemed to be fully aware of, and I had him do a few questions and he had no problem doing decimal points, so that's not going to be an issue, I think. So yeah, and then there's a bunch of there's actually a few things that I don't know, I haven't actually looked at them properly, but radius and the length across, weights, a few things that might get more difficult here. I guess what would this be? Triangle, lengths, and maybe the I don't know. We'll actually look into this properly at a later time. So I just wanted to say, we bought the book, and I actually want to talk about like using physical books or using just like online material, or both. And I think the obvious answer is using both is probably the best idea. But I think when you're serious about something, or you have to study something hard to actually get to know the the details of it, then I think having physical books helps a lot. In one of my earlier videos, I think I mentioned that I've actually taken the Kanken, the Kanji tests in Japan, aimed at Japanese citizens. So the high school graduate level, I did not buy any books for it. I did a little bit of studying on like some electronic apps and stuff, and I passed it first time, no problem, even though it required like 80% to pass, which is, I think, is pretty high for a test like that, because it is a difficult test. And on the flip side, the one level up from that, the pre-1, which is like a university student who's actually like studying that specifically in Japan. So again, a native Japanese person studying Japanese in university, the kanji test aimed at that level. I took it similarly. The first time I took it, it was similar to how I took the previous level, and my score was abysmal. I did not pass. And then I bought a whole bunch of books. I'll go over that at some point. Probably have some of them over here. Yeah, let's just bring them into the shot for a second. So pre-1, and then more pre-1, and then I have more books on that. But yeah, I just want to, and actually I have several more over here. We should. So for the kanji, here's another one. This one I actually got recently though. Here, this one I actually have a cover on it, but it is a kanji book. So, and then I had this giant kanji dictionary, and I actually want to get into this because there's some interesting stuff, a lot of interesting stuff in here. I'll probably do an episode just on this sort of thing, but in the near future. But yeah, and then more, and then just when I bought these books, I also bought this one, which is more for me than for my son, because the first test that any of this kind of information here would possibly appear on would be the level 5, which is when you get into junior high school. So what would be level 5 one here? So something like this over here. It's not in the camera very well. Like this here, right? And you need to know like how to write these, the reading, the meaning for everything in this book, basically. And that's just like a single section worth like how many points would it be? 20, 30 points out of like 200 or something. Anyway, enough about that. This is another one of the books that I bought. And well, the point I'm trying to make is, I think when you get serious about studying, you want some sort of physical material as well to really get a more direct feel for it. And I don't have them off the top of my head, so this is, so don't worry about this too much. But I do recall there have been multiple studies comparing using physical reading and digital reading and retention rates. And the physical reading is, in most cases, higher retention rates of information. So that's one thing. I also think just carrying it around, it feels nice to carry something like this around with you. And as long as it's like not raining, you can just pull it out outside, take a quick look, read a few things and whatnot. Yeah. And yeah, and we also got the Eiken Junior Gold book because he recently passed the silver. Certificate should be here soon, I hope. And just like before, we have the CD and a whole bunch of different sections. And we actually have writing this time. So again, we'll get into this in more detail once we get onto the Eiken topic again. But writing, I don't know if they'll actually have you write on the test itself yet. We will look into that, but you'll have to know the spelling of words beyond just the first letter, which I think is a really good step up, especially for taking the Eiken level 7 or so shortly after the gold is complete. So those were the 3 new books I bought from the bookstore, and for mostly for his studying, but also for mine as well. And I really like the look of and feel of this book too, and this one here that I showed earlier. These are pretty massive books. Yeah, I like physical books, and I think they are better for studying and kind of motivational as well. I don't know. It might be a lot of personal preference in that way, but let me know what you think. If you prefer when you're studying a subject, let's say a subject that is difficult, so not just something that you need to like a quick refresher on or something that you either really enjoy, find really difficult, but have to do anyway, or something like that. Would you, let's say you could only have one, would you prefer digital reading material or the physical reading material? And if you start adding in like interactive games and those sorts of things, then I think the digital might actually prove advantageous in many ways. But in terms of just reading material itself, let me know what you prefer, and if you like nice books like this, if you ever carry those things around or not. All right, it's just an update on the bookstore, and there was a lot of books in that bookstore for just studying these subjects. So that's, go to the bookstore when you can, take a look around, buy some new study material, and just go into the bookstore. You might find actually some subjects or some information that you didn't even know that you wanted to look for online, which is might sound strange, but I think just going to the bookstore and looking at the study sections, even if you don't actually purchase anything, is it's an interesting thing to do. So anyway, let me know which one you prefer, physical books or digital books, if you like browsing the bookstore or not. And remember to like, subscribe, and level up.